Like little niggas out, big niggas out. I knock all that shit, nigga. They touching that ground, nigga. When I hit them, they touching that floor. Don't ask me about Crawford, because that motherfucker ain't in my division. I want all the smoke. I want smoke with Crawford. There's no other fight out there in the boxing world for Crawford to make right now.
Last night, Jermell Charlo finally spoke out and called out Terence Crawford, accusing him of making him look bad in public. The pound-for-pound champion described Crawford as edits. Charlo's challenge to Crawford isn't just another fight. It's the culmination of a personal feud that has simmered for years, fueled by public insults, jeers from the crowd, and accusations of betrayal. Charlo is eager to settle the score and prove his true worth to the world.
I don't know what's happening with the boxing world. It was like right after my era with the Canelo shit, it was like I started to watch boxing change, and I got my little distance, and I thought that it was important for me to just focus strictly on my family and my kids, my life and my future. And I'm M's. I got hella M's because I was knocking them niggas out before they was even boxing. They started boxing. All these boxers that's really. I'm in the third generation of boxing, right? I was fighting when Mayweather was fighting. I was fighting when De La Hoya was fighting. I fought on Bernard Hopkins on the card. Throw me some motherfucking hearts, because half of you niggas ain't never did that. Even if you listening, y'all gotta remember that. I fought when my coach Juan Guzman fought. Yeah. I fought on his undercard.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
I remember.
I come from a different era in boxing.
Jermell Charlo has spoken about Terence Crawford again. In his latest public statement, Charlo expressed his interest in facing the fighter widely regarded as one of the best in boxing history. Fans were drawn more to his tone than the actual challenge. When Charlo said it would be a pleasure to fight Crawford, he sounded almost courteous. He even acknowledged that Crawford had achieved something he hadn't, offering a straightforward nod to Crawford's celebrated, undefeated streaks.
I want all the smoke. I want smoke with Crawford. I want all the smoke. Give me the best shit. I'm in shape. I train. My lifestyle is on the move. Everything is great. So why the fuck would I want the best, man? What y'all talking about, dog? I don't got time to be playing with none of these people with these promotionals and all of these shits. I'm with the old school boxing. I'm following all of the Muhammad Ali Act and all that shit. I mean, man, whatever. Y'all want to change shit? Change. If they gave me an offer for Crawford, and me and Crawford, I talked to him one time. I'm excited. I'm so. It'll be an honor to get in the ring with him, not just today, just because of what he done as becoming undisputed. He completed something that I didn't complete, and so being in the ring with Crawford would be amazing. I give him the best fight of today's era. I don't think that there's no other fight out there in the boxing world for Crawford to make right now. The best fight really would be.
Beneath the surface, the two fighters share a far more personal history than it appears. On the outside, it may seem like one accomplished professional is simply extending a courteous challenge to another.
I'm not moving up in weight. I really like the weight I'm in. I'm slim. I was out of my element. Some people can operate better when they out of their element. I'm not. I know how to be dealt with. But call me Money Mel, bitch, for the rest of this day. I'm fucking Money Mel.
To understand the context, it helps to look back at an earlier stage in Charlo's career, when he was struggling. This isn't the first time Jermell has issued a challenge. His initial call-out came in September 2023, but the circumstances were very different. At the time, the situation felt uncertain, almost like a desperate attempt for recognition. Charlo stood in the middle of the T-Mobile Arena after Canelo Alvarez had decisively dominated him over 12 rounds. Fully aware of the loss, Charlo took the microphone and addressed the crowd.
Terence Crawford could be on the radar. I think he already probably been on Twitter, like lip wrestling with the internet, just to get some clout, some fans, and it's fine, but he's a champion. He's great at what he do. I haven't been beefing, truthfully. He's just feeling himself right now. And he's a top dog. He's moving up in weight, and everybody want to fight the best. 168 is considerably still kind of like not my weight division, because it's not as easy to make 168. have to gain weight and gaining weight when you're working really hard is really tough, you know. You can easily walk around at 168, you know, so I'm definitely not the naturally bigger fighter. So 168 is not my weight division. I think I would have to see him in a different weight category.
The most surprising part was that Terence Crawford was sitting right by the ring, witnessing the entire humiliating moment. He saw Charlo's defeat and heard his call-out. Instead of preparing for a future fight, Crawford's response seemed aimed at undermining Charlo. Almost immediately, he took to social media to openly criticize Charlo's effort against Canelo, mocking his performance in front of the entire boxing community. Crawford's issues with Charlo go beyond business. They're deeply personal. When a reporter later asked him directly, "I get the sense you don't like Jermell," he replied quickly and bluntly, "I don't." He didn't hesitate. Crawford then explained the root of the problem, launching a critique of Charlo's character. He described Charlo as a fake, claiming that his entire attitude is an act. According to Crawford, everything Charlo does is designed for attention, meaning the loud, aggressive persona fans see is a carefully constructed performance.
You got Jermell, would you say I'm done after that?
Of course, 100%.
What's the thing about Jermell? Oh, I feel like you don't like Jermell. And if you,
I don't.
You got respect for Earl. So if you did Earl like that, god dang.
I don't like Jermell for the simple fact that I feel he's a fake individual. I feel Earl is real. I feel he's genuine. I feel like he stand on 10 toes on everything that he say or do. I feel like Jermell is just one of those guys that do a lot for attention. I was cool with Jermell and Jermall and their older brother prior to me moving up in weight. You know, I got messages with, he hit me up, asking me, he gonna pull up in Omaha, and we talking about cars, we talking about all different type of stuff. Once, you know, I moved up in the division, and I understand that they stablemates. He trained with Arrow Coach, and they've been knowing each other for a long time. For him to start bashing me and talking bad about me and saying I'm gonna get knocked out, and, you know, going out his way to say little slick shit about me, I was just like, man, that's...
How did Jermell Charlo respond after being called a fake by the pound-for-pound star? His reaction was one of the more unusual deflections in recent sports history. When asked about Crawford's comments, Charlo acted as if he didn't understand, saying, "I don't know what they're talking about, and I don't pay attention to blogs or interviews." He attempted to dismiss the issue, adding, "I have no problem with Terence Crawford. We got along. I'm not sure what his issue with me is." As the attention shifted away, Charlo's initial uncertainty quickly gave way to confidence. He insisted, "I'm a superstar. I'm on a whole different level," emphasizing that he had no reason to be concerned about a fighter who isn't currently on his radar. In the end, he made it clear that he had no interest in fighting anyone at that moment.
Crawford ain't did shit in 154. How y'all want him to fight me? I'm telling you, I'm trying to become undisputed right now. How are we talking about somebody that ain't even fought in the division? How do he just jump from there to there? Like, what connection do he got to this world? Where that tall, lanky motherfucker at? Maybe I'll be the shot caller and make the decisions on who I want to fight next. Pandora, go fight somebody else. I don't know. Crawford, go fight. Y'all fight each other. I'm busy. Motherfucker, I'm busy. When he fighting again? Shit. When the fuck is he fighting again? Like, who the fuck he fought last? Like, I don't even know nothing about the kid. Don't ask me about Crawford, because that motherfucker ain't in my division. Like, we talking about a 147 pounder that was a 140 pounder. We need to fucking I get it. He won the undisputed, right? At 147 and 140. This shit is different when they get down to 147. 147, 154, 160, 68. This shit is different.
What is the thing with you and Terence Crawford? Why he keep calling you out? He don't even fight in your weight class.
Well,
I guess he has plans on moving up to fight in your weight class. But what is it? Is it personal? Is it because it seemed like it's something personal, like he trying to fight everybody in y'all camp?
Right, and that's cool. I think that Terence Crawford could be on the marketing point. He could be using it that way because, you know, like I hear what y'all was saying.
On the other hand, Crawford has already shared his perspective on the situation, and Charlo's dismissive response only made tensions worse. Things weren't always like this. Crawford sees Charlo's remark, "I don't know what his problem is," as disingenuous. He believes the anger stems from a deep sense of betrayal. Crawford recalls that he used to get along well with Jermell and his twin, Jermell. They were friendly, and their interactions were straightforward. However, Crawford views his personal achievements as a turning point. As Jermell moved up in weight and directly faced opponents like the Charlo twins and their stablemate Errol Spence in the same division, his demeanor changed. The easygoing person Crawford once knew seemed to disappear. Suddenly, Crawford says, Jermell began judging him, speaking negatively, and whispering about him behind his back. Crawford considers it a foolish move, a clear sign of a so-called friend who was never truly genuine.
Fight one of the Charlo brothers, that's true, or both of them?
Yeah, man.
Is that still real?
He's a groupie. You know what I mean? Like,
Talk your shit, bud.
I just feel like ever since I moved, and they was cool. You know what I mean? I'm still cool with Jermell. Jermell's still cool people, but Jermell, like, dude, just like weird. Like, he always angry. He always yelling. He always, you know, doing some off the wall psycho type stuff.
But what is it between y'all two? How did that happen?
That's what I'm about to tell you.
Okay.
You know, when I moved up in weight, and soon as I called out Spence and my name was being involved in Spence, he act like that was his fiance or something. You know, he felt as if Earl couldn't speak for herself. He was, oh, Earl Spencer do this, Earl Spencer do that, and you too little, and Lions, and it's Texas. And
things got even more complicated when Crawford highlighted what he saw as Charlo's biggest flaw. Speaking about Errol Spence Jr., with whom he had a tough and memorable bout, Crawford contrasted Spence's honesty with Charlo's behavior. He described Spence as genuine and straightforward, suggesting that the fighter he had faced in the ring earned more of his respect than the one he had once considered a friend.
I'm not in competition with the Terence Crawford ring walk. I know that's what everybody's trying to get the answer to. Them came out with Eminem. That was some bad shit. Like, I ain't gonna front. That's some cool shit. And it's gonna be hard to beat that. He win. That's not my world. We don't get paid for that anyways. But I almost had like Lil Wayne or something. I had some people I've been in contact with. So we shall see.
Crawford can stop anybody. I'm not saying he can't. He's going to, but he can't.
Crawford's comparison seemed designed to strike at Jermell, portraying him as the fake element in their past friendship. He emphasized that fighters like Spence remain honorable even in the heat of battle, while Charlo, in his view, resorts to deceit. This narrative of genuine versus false character resonates strongly in the boxing world, and everyone in the sport seems to recognize its significance.
Jermell Charlo, he calls out Terence Crawford.
I want all the smoke. I want smoke with Crawford. There's no other fight out there in the boxing world for Crawford to make right now.
I remember after Jermell Charlo took on Saul Canelo Alvarez, before Terence Crawford did the magnificent beating Saul Canelo Alvarez, right after that, Terence Crawford, he showed his disinterest in fighting Jermell Charlo. But now Jermell Charlo is saying, yo, give me Bud, you know, he deserves it. But my thing is this, Jermell's been out for like 2 years. I think it'd be something that everybody would be salivating over. They would want the fight, but they would definitely want the fight if Jermell comes back and he knocks somebody completely out. He knocks somebody completely out nasty style, then whatever he has to say on the mic calling out Bud Crawford, people will start saying, Bud Crawford, where you at? And if Bud Crawford doesn't take the challenge, people love to jump on Doc around a pizza.
Unbelievable, man. This Jermell Charlo. I can't believe he's even asking for a fight like that. This is a man who fought, you know, his last fight was Saul Canelo Alvarez was in 2023, and now it's 2025, October 2025, and he's calling out Terence Crawford, the biggest name in boxing. Why should you get that?
Analyst Greg Hackett recently cautioned Charlo that he is in a critical do-or-die situation. Hackett noted that the fight carries extra intrigue because of Charlo's disappointing performance against Canelo. His warning was blunt: Charlo cannot afford to look this weak again. If he suffers another loss after being embarrassed by Canelo, the boxing world might start questioning his authenticity as a fighter, reinforcing the perception that he isn't the competitor he claims to be.
Turkey, get turkey money. Turkey money, hey man, where the turkey money at? What kind of turkey money? Fucking money is money. Nigga, I don't give a fuck who giving it. I'm not here to fight for y'all, like, y'all want me to do and shit. Like, nigga, I'm doing me. Got my career. Fought 38 times. Got wins and losses and knocked a lot of motherfuckers out. And I'm the Kobe Bryant. You heard it. Y'all see it? Of boxing and where I'm at. So what y'all mean?
Plan for the mega fight with you and Crawford for 150.
If we can make it at that weight division, I mean, whatever weight division I'm at, if wherever we still boxing at the same time, let's do it. I'm down to fight any one of these motherfuckers. I ain't here for the money. I'm here to win. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, the money already here, and I got it already, and it's gonna come. Mo gonna come, but why would I get in the ring over, an injury? You know what I'm saying?
There's more at stake here than just money. It's about preserving his legacy. Hackett recalled a moment where, after defeating Spence, Charlo gestured toward himself, then looked at Crawford, saying, "You're next." The tension and bad blood between them are just an added layer to an already high-stakes rivalry.
Let us say weight class. Nah, that nigga ain't in my weight class. Bro, I'm fighting Canelo next. I don't know what that nigga talking about. I'm undisputed at 154. I already did that. Some niggas can't fuck with me, nigga.
Brings us to the present. Charlo hasn't fought since his loss to Canelo more than 2 years ago. Now that he's back, he insists his focus isn't on the money. "I'm not here for the money," he says, acknowledging that the financial rewards are already there. His priority is clear. He's here to win.
I don't even want to see, only interested in fights that make sense and make money. And the fights that make sense and make money. Virgil, a great fighter. Virgil could fight. Earl, De La Hoya, them got such a stud with them, this and this and that. I see he had some injuries and came back and health issues and this and that. And Virgil, he can go a long way. He got a tough fight with Lubin. Yeah, Lubin ain't no hope. It's just that I'm a legend, legendary.
Even so, Charlo's statements don't fully hold up for several reasons. For one, Terence Crawford recently accomplished something Charlo hasn't. He stepped up and defeated Canelo Alvarez, the very fighter who had previously exposed Charlo. That victory elevated Crawford to an entirely new level, while Charlo remains on the outside, seemingly desperate to settle a score. Charlo's challenge may not land the way he hopes.
Jermell Charlo thinks he would give Terence Bud Crawford the best fight of today's era. Listen, I'm all for confidence, but let me make this very clear. Jermell Charlo and Terence Bud Crawford would not go over really well. Sure, the build-up process would be funny. Sure, it might be entertaining, but Terence Bud Crawford will put a whooping on Jermell Charlo so bad.
It's not enough for Crawford to simply call out the man he believes is being dishonest. The bigger question is whether Charlo is the most worthwhile opponent. Crawford already has a busy schedule of fights ahead, and strong promoters like Eddie Hearn have cast doubt on Charlo, making his position even more challenging. Hearn has publicly suggested that fighters like Charlo are reluctant to take risks. They've already set their prices high and may be primarily focused on securing one final payday.
I like the fight. I just don't believe he'll take it. You know, I mean, these guys, they just price themselves out straight away. And they go, "Oh, no, it's just my worth." So it's not your worth, mate. I know the numbers, and if you want the fight, and listen, you'll be very well paid. But if you actually want the fight rather than want a payday,
this isn't just a standard call-out. It's a clash between two very different mindsets. The story centers on Crawford, a fighter who values honesty and respect above all else, and Charlo, whom Crawford has labeled as fake.
And just seeing the fact that obviously undisputed is what you want, you're obviously going to be rooting for Jermell to win his fight so that he maintains that. That's the specific guy that you would want, or is it just 154?
Yeah, that would be the guy that I want, but you know, if for whatever reason he don't be victorious, you know, I want to go at the guy that beat him. You know, when you look at all the great fighters that was getting called out by everybody from different weight classes, so it's nothing, you know, that I'm not surprised about.
Is Charlo's latest challenge a genuine call to action, a show of humility, or a signal that he's ready for a serious fight? Or is it simply a boxer looking to secure one more big payday from an opponent who holds all the leverage?
Bud walks in the room, the energy changes. He's just a different dude. Mel Charlo has a lot of that same energy. The energy just changes. And I think when you have that type of scenario, that fight is very makeable. I think it's highly likely you see Bud versus Mel in the ring with each.
That wraps up today's video. Be sure to hit the notification bell, subscribe, and give us a like if you enjoyed it so you don't miss future content. Share your thoughts in the comments below, and stay tuned for the next video.